Mental health is important. If you are experiencing any level of mental distress or unease, please seek professional help. Therapists and psychiatrists are there to provide a safe and reliable space to process stress and difficult situations through various methods. They're there to provide preventative and post-care for such things. If you are experiencing a situation that requires immediate or emergency attention, please check the links below for crisis and emergency options. You can also find links below to charities that help children in need. Any help you can provide would be appreciated. Our social media, Ko-Fi, Throne, and Discord server are linked below as well. The Discord is a community gaming space with a completely optional section for Dungeons and Moogles.
Alright, and additionally, down below, there is a link to a Kickstarter for an amazing project that our good friend David here is actually a part of. It's a game by the name of Cryptothera. Is this an expansion pack with this Kickstarter? I don't remember at the moment.
No, no worries. If you don't mind, I will explain it quickly. So,
go for it.
Cryptothera is a board game based in an alternate universe where you hunting down cryptids in order to collect their energy, bring it to headquarters, and all those things. On top of that, we had an amazing collaboration with Andy Lanning, a very famous comic writer. He was one of the comic writers for Guardian of the Galaxy and other DC and Marvel stuff over the years, and he's been around in the industry for 40 and plus. And we wrote together a comic based on the universe of Cryptothera. And now the comic is on Kickstarter, is already been funded, and now we are looking for more people to just join us on the happy wagon. And that's it.
All right, awesome. So it has been a couple weeks since we met, so I will recap to the best of my ability before we get into the thick of it. Last week we picked up right after Finnegan had finished awakening. And in the process of everybody discussing, a dwarven man, very dirty, wearing rags, stepped out at one point from behind Finnegan, in which case you all got a chance to meet Tatali, the god of life, who had been sharing the body with Finnegan for the last 3,000 years as the hermit. You were able to learn a little bit about why Finnegan was chosen, what happened to Finnegan to cause all of this in the first place for him, as well as the fact that this is a test of Bahamut that you are going through currently. Although Bahamut didn't want to meet with everyone until the test was done. Tatali refrained a bit from actually giving too much information since it's not his test, but he did let you all know that you passed his test by being there for the hermit and helping Finnegan awaken. When you first entered the building, you did hear like an AI voice over basically greeting all of you and welcoming you to this corporation. There was a pretty obvious, oh, this must be Cryosynth, although it kind of blurred out and was unhearable when it said synth. You looked around, found some staircases that would go up. You ended up grabbing visitor passes, and you chose to test the elevators. You got up top and essentially oiled them up so that you could use the elevators. And as you went up, Tempest had flown up trying to see how far it went and if it was safer up ahead. You discovered there were some traps, some security systems, some debris that could be knocked loose, so Wrath climbed on top as you actually ascended upwards. You went to the highest floor that could be selected on the elevators, which was 72, the infirmary. When you selected it, it said it was an all-access floor. You ended up emergency stopping on floor 71, as there was this viscous black ink that Finnegan recognized from his time in Bastion previously. Ultimately, you chose to just go one more floor up, because floor 71 required access that you did not have at the moment. You split the party up, going towards the west wing and the east wing, because you knew there were staircases on the first floor for that. And you found that the staircases did go all the way up to 72. Your time in the elevator showed that there should have been a 73rd floor, though, even though the elevator doesn't go up that high. You were able to notice that there are security bots that are inactive. There's, of course, security devices that are placed on the walls all around. And ultimately, you broke into a locked room in the infirmary area, where you discovered that Dr. Rifle from the future, 13,000 years in the future, in fact, had access to this place. And he was a part of whatever experiments were going on, and that this is not Cryosynth directly out of Bastion, but Cryotech, a corporation that is eerily similar to Cryosynth. Above table, I had Cryotech built for this world before I learned about Cryosynth, but it matched up too well for me not to use this way. With that found out, and knowing that the experiments they were doing here were based on the torment fragments versus this black ink, you all chose to use the staircase to head up that last floor to 73, where you saw reality tear and saw a group of adventurers, heroes, someone else that you've seen before from the future, from the time where Dr. Whitefall exists. You know this because you could see Chocolate Thunder. The only one of this group you've been able to clearly see at any point you've peered into this future. But Magdalene was with them. And Magdalene, in her very sharp senses, ended up noticing all of you talking as you were watching their group trying to figure out how to get through this puzzle that was supposed to prevent people from getting to the executive suite on the other side. He ended up coming through it. And then the portal closed, or you could really get any answers out of it. And Magdalene kind of panicked a little because the key card that group used to get to that point was on her possession, leaving this other group now potentially stranded on the top floor of this building in the distant future. All of you took a look at the puzzle, and essentially, from a top-down view, there's a bunch of 5x5 squares. The entire grid is 12 by 12, and every column adds up to 78. In a column, there's only one iteration of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on to 12, and every row is the same way, Sudoku style, as a 12 by 12. Your goal in this puzzle is to figure out which path you can take from down at the bottom, where 11 and 10 are, up to the top, where 3 and 4 are, that will add up to the passcode that lets you through. You all took a shot and went, okay, it's 78 if we go in a straight line, and that is not the password. As we begin today, you have just tried this, and when you did, a wall dropped behind you, preventing your escape, as the walls opened up and filled the room with flames, burning all of you. Luckily, between successful saving throws, or like in Twilight's case, absorb elements, you all were able to minimize the damage, some amount. Right now, Magdalene is kind of like just kupoing over and over again, no real words, as she's trying to put out any flames that have started in her own fur. And the rest of you are all singed slightly at the moment.
That was warm.
Oh, fuck. Well, let's try to not do that again.
Okay, so it's definitely not 78, is it? Geraldine is looking at the puzzle, tilting her head. Sometimes you guys can hear almost like the sounds of her neck cracking when she turned too much. And at a certain point she said, okay, we don't have everything we need here, because no matter I look at this, unless I started to throw random numbers out there and we all get barbecued, I suggest that we are looking for clues. Did you agree?
Yeah, but I don't think those clues are going to be on this floor. That would be pretty terrible design.
Yes, true, but where are you suggesting
Group I was
to
with,
go?
down to the main security office with the other group before I accidentally joined all of you.
So the security office there.
They tell where this is place. It is? Is it?
Well, we figured, security would be the ones that set up all this, so the main security floor might have clues.
Yeah, that's what I get it. But where the floor is, I was wondering.
Sorry, Kupo. So it's 3 floors, 54, 55, and 56, Kupo.
And by any chance, when we were looking at the cameras and etc., were those floors visible?
They weren't visible directly from where you were, but when you were tinkering with them, trying to figure out how to work the cameras from the floor you were on, you had discovered that 54 to 56 was the main security floor, where you likely would be able to get access to all the cameras in the building.
So
I thought that's where we were investigating at. This is where we split up, right?
No. You were on the infirmary floor when you split up and investigated. That's where you were looking at the security station on that floor, which let you know about 54, 55, 56. And then you went from the infirmary, which is 472, up to 73, which is the executive suite where this puzzle is.
Okay.
So
should we split up?
I mean, 2, 2, and 2? Each one of us try to find information on every floor?
Yeah.
I look at the rest of the people.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
All right.
Sounds good.
What were the 3 floors again?
50, 53, 54, 55.
Nope.
Correct me if I'm
Plus
wrong.
1 on that
55,
list. Yeah, it starts at 54 and ends at 56.
56.
There are also 7. There are also 7 of you currently.
So whichever floor.
So,
7 or 8? Where's Tristan?
With you all right now. So is
That's
Med taking the place of Pius and Magdalene. Actually, that's 3 extras on the party. That's 8.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was making sure.
You're right. I heard 6, and then I forgot to process Tristan on the list, I think. So yeah, there's 8 of you in total.
Okay. Had me worried there. I thought we lost a little kid.
already?
You did not lose him.
Yeah, that was quick.
His first adventure. Yeah.
You mean
Baby's first adventure. Expert mode.
Yeah.
fast way in, fast way out. Anyway. So,
Right.
let's split up. Every couple of floor.
All right. I'll play rock, paper, scissors for floor 56.
Okay, you're on.
Holds out his hand. What do we roll for this, Jess?
For rock, paper, scissors? Don't roll
Yeah.
anything. Whoever's playing rock, paper, scissors, send me a private message with which one you throw.
How do I do that?
You send a promise message.
Yeah, you send me a
Say-
private
I guess I
message. You can do it through text message.
Okay, I guess I can do it.
No, you can't.
You
You
can
can't
do
do it through
it.
text
Okay.
message. My phone shit.
Hit your
Yeah.
DMs.
Yeah, let me send you a private message. Okay. Now you'll just reply to me where that message is.
Okay, that works.
Okay. Geraldine is happy to take the floor 55 and from whomever wants to come with her.
I don't ask for it, that no one said.
Yeah, well, how are we splitting this up? We should probably try and cover our weaknesses, at least, if we're going to be separated.
Just to understand something, guys, we are all investigating to find clues. So at least one of the people that goes on the floor need to have a good investigation abilities.
That's
And
fine.
I'm
Okay.
quite confident about it. So I'm going to be on a floor. Who's going to the next one?
We're rock, paper, scissoring it.
Mind shit.
Hold on. There's only 2 people playing rock, paper, scissors for 56, correct? That's
Yes.
Finnegan and
And
Twilight.
then,
Okay. Twilight, just tell me right now. Rock, paper, scissors.
Paper.
Shit.
Just send me again because that's a tie. You both threw paper. All right,
Okay.
Twilight.
Sent.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock.
You
Ha,
lose. These threw
Fell
paper
right into my
again.
trap card. Get fucked,
No.
nerd.
All right, so Twilight has to go on to 54 or 55 because she lost out 56.
Well, why don't we go together?
No.
We're splitting up
that,
teams.
that was the whole point of 50. Me doing rock, paper, scissors.
Geraldine has a good point. I don't have the most discerning eye, so I shouldn't be the lead investigator on it.
Mate, I could see the dick on a gnat. If anybody wants to come with me, I'll be able to spot something.
So,
I'll go with you.
Discerning eye for the third one.
I'll go with you.
so it seems that one couple is being decided, even if it's been just said he doesn't want to go with you. Anyone else? Tempest, how do you feel about you and Wrath going?
I'm married with it.
Of course, but I don't think either of us are extremely good at, picking out clues from not.
Okay, good to know.
It's plus one, but
Jess,
you know.
I'm having
No
technical
offense,
For me.
issues.
It's +4 for me, which is not super
Hey.
good. It'll get me through some, but it's not super.
Guys,
Hey, Jess, I'm having technical issues with my character sheet.
Okay, I'm opening your character sheet right now.
But I mean,
You're
worst
not
comes
good
to
at
worst,
investigation either.
worst comes to worst, our 2 eyes should make up for 1. We can take the top floor, 56.
I am
Take,
also not
Tristan
very
with
great
us.
at investigating myself.
Okay, good. So, what is their name now? Not Pius, it is.
Finnegan.
Ned.
No, I'm talking about
Oh,
your other character. I know you're Finnegan.
my bad, mate.
Yes, you may call me Med.
Okay, so Matt, you are with me. Finnegan, you are with Twilight,
You're with me, sucker.
Wrath, and Tempest. And the last couple of new entries go together.
Well, we don't have another floor to go on, so maybe Magdalene go with Finnegan and Twilight, and we'll take Tristan with us.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good
Yeah,
to me.
Tristan, what is your investigation?
What are you asking him right now?
It's, I'm not terrible at it, but I'm not great either.
All right, we got the mediocre investigators on this party. Let's go. Hopefully, this isn't the floor with the stuff we need.
You guys do great. I have confidence in you.
If worst comes to worst, we'll just grab everything and bring it to y'all.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds probably what's gonna happen. Okay, guys.
All right, well, Yeah, let's take the elevator
Just
down, yeah?
two that are good at investigation, because Mont's a +1.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not even going to
Beautiful.
tell y'all what mine is.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll see when I roll. I'm just going to wait.
Alright, well, I'm gonna take the elevator. I don't feel like walking all those stairs.
I can fly.
Congratulations,
down's
can
not
you
the
fly
best
through floors?
idea.
You're still inside a building, Twilight. If you fly, you hit the ceiling.
Yeah, that's true.
Elevator it is.
I start to walk down the stairs.
All right. So you all head back down the stairs so you can get to 72 where the elevator is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to guess that you're going to go down to 56 first, since it's the first of the 3 floors you would reach.
Actually, I'm gonna hit 57 and see if it stops us from going there.
So when you first hit the button, you hear that same kind of AI voice.
My ears are not made for these whatever magical speaker things.
Yeah, you get
What
used to
access?
it.
What kind of access did it say?
Level 4 access. Let me make sure that I didn't end up with things turned on that shouldn't be again. Okay, no. Yes, level 4 access is required.
Sorry about that. Had a work call. Okay, level 4 access for the floor above it. Wants to take wagers on what it'll take to get on the security floor.
Oh,
still
yeah.
have-
That's a,
One at a time.
Did we have a card for? How are we using the credentials from the scientist guy? We had a
The
card
key
for it?
cards you got
Mobius-
from Esme and Rolda. It's the SCP Foundation key card that gave you level Mobius access, which presumably is the highest access level.
Okay. Well, here's where we make our choice. Do we want to try and use our access to get directly on the floor from the elevator, or do we want to go from the stairs? And I'm talking to Tempest when I say this.
Alright, let's just stick with the elevator for now.
Okay. I'll swipe that key card and hit 56.
Level Mobius access granted. Page 456 now. Someone roll me a D100.
I can do that. Made me feel somewhat useful.
Get back to the side of our feet.
D100.
Just starts up again. It kind of lurches the same way that it did that first time from the ground floor. You're not quite sure how many times you're going to be able to use the elevator before the rusted wheel just gives out.
You know, as we're going down, Rat's going to point out, we're going to be stuck on this floor until whoever has, actually, it would be Geraldine, I guess, would be the bottom floor, until you bring the card back up, right?
Yeah. Geraldine also is going with, she's using the stairs.
So wait, how are you getting?
Okay, who all is using the elevator?
I am.
I am.
Not me.
Okay.
Wait, who am I
So-
going with? Who's my teammate?
We're not sure anymore
supposed to be
because
with
something
Finnegan.
just came up.
It's Finnegan.
Yeah.
Finnegan is there.
So if Finnegan's on the elevator, Twilight decided to keep going down the stairs, despite the fact they were both supposed to go to 56. Geraldine, you were going to go with Med, right? Med and Tristan.
Yes.
Or,
Just Matt.
Med, if
Yeah,
Med was
Geraldine.
going with you, Geraldine, he's going to be following you down the stairs then. And Tristan was going with Wrath and Tempest. That's right. So he would be in the elevator with you. So Twilight and Finnegan are the only pair that got split up. The Wrath, do you realize with the singular key card and the access required, splitting up like this already could have screwed over the other people that don't have a card, right? And once you're separated, if the key card continues down the floors with the others, then yes, you would be trapped on that floor until someone with the key card comes to that floor with you. And Twilight, Geraldine, since you were on the staircase and they had to, cross the floor over to the elevator, about the time, Wrath, that you hit the button and the elevator starts to descend, Twilight, Geraldine, Med, the three of you are over at the floors where you would be trying to go, and it has a keypad there, just like the one on the floors above. To get onto these floors, you are going to need a key card with the correct level of access.
Okay. I wanna try something. And you tell me, because I think Geraldine is, smart enough to understand if this thing is gonna work or not. Keypad. I saw how it works, and I know these things operate according to some kind of logic, and I have, and it's pretty much a lock. And one of the things that I can do very good is to lock picking. So there is any chance that I can apply my knowledge and my skills to do things.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check with proficiency.
Okay. So in both bonus of intelligence and proficiency, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then 26.
So, you don't necessarily know a lot about coding, obviously, especially not magical coding from the future of a fantasy realm. You know that there still has to be some number of physical components to all of this, and they have to connect to the keypad somehow. So if you were to rip the keypad out of the wall, you should be able to get to the physical components and forcefully unlock the door. It may trigger a security response, but you could potentially do that. You know that you don't know enough about the keypad to just manipulate it that way.
No, but I figured that there was some kind of, remove it from the wall and started to play with what is inside. So Geraldine is very good at dissecting things. So I started to, carefully remove the bolt, carefully remove every screw, and unlock the pad and see how it's connected and mentally connect, this goes there, this goes here, this blue cable is connected to that things, and etc. etc. And when I figure out that part, I will try to hack.
Yes.
May I actually do an investigation to actually see if maybe there's like a number on the box or anything that can actually help us decode the actual code?
Whatever you do will undeniably fail. Think about the modern world. We don't write the passcode to get through a lock on the lock.
True.
No, but I was thinking maybe like investigate if there's like a clue or something.
But this is true, Jess, but it's also true that some repair technician will sometimes leave notes or, breadcrumbs for them when they need to repair stuff. And it's been proven multiple times that, people can get access because people are just lazy.
Resetting it to a default code or something.
Yeah. It's like, you don't need to worry about, like how to reset things, and, they leave a note inside and just, if you say this is going to fail because it's not there, it's not there.
Yeah. So you are correct about, the thought process, except this is essentially a self-contained ecosystem. The maintenance is inside the building. They would keep their notes in the maintenance office. So that's the main difference.
There was just above the table, just, a moment of chatting.
Yes.
Do you want from me another intelligence check if I get to understand it better, or the previous one was enough?
You understand it well enough. Now you need to put it into action. So it'll be dexterity with proficiency this time.
My Slayer hand is being included or not? Just asking.
Yeah. Go ahead and just roll sleight of hand. Actually, even if you have expertise, that makes it much better for you.
Yeah, because I'm a proficient with thief tools and those kind of things. So, just give me 1 second. So 27.
27 is good enough.
Geraldine is cracking her knuckles and using her own fingers almost like little, cutting tools and etc. And unscrewing things, flipping little levers and etc.
Yeah. As you maneuver through it and such, you essentially cut off the power supply to the door itself, and then are able to pull the physical locking mechanism out of the lock position, and the door doesn't open. But all you have to do is kind of get your fingers wedged into it and pull it open, which is simple enough for you, Med, and Twilight to be able to do.
Yeah, at that point I will say that my job is done. Please, brute force, guys. And I step on the side.
Yeah, Med will pretty much step in on that one. If I remember correctly, Pius, we determined that there was a screwdriver in your hand, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so Med just kind of pops the screwdriver out to get that leverage in the gapping space to pull the door enough to actually grab in and slam open. Med doesn't even try to play gentle. He literally slams the door wide open.
Geraldine just clap her hand. Bravo! And I look inside.
All right. So you went down to floor 54 and opened that one. Let's go back over to the elevator. You've all realized that the keycard differences and the locking, and that the other group doesn't even have them and is supposed to be going to 2 different floors. So when you get to floor 56 here, and it opens up, Finnegan, Wrath, Tempest, and Tristan, what does this group do at that moment, having realized what's that disparity?
Everybody get off on this floor. We'll see if the stairs, how they work. We might be able to just hold the doors open between these 2 floors. That way we have open access between them.
Well, usually these doors have a failsafe. If someone's standing in the doors, they don't close for safety.
Perfect. We can put something there to hold them open, maybe, and that way we don't have to worry about getting back and forth. Somebody getting trapped. if you will.
Yeah, maybe we could. Anybody got like a stick? Like a
Wrath reaches into his pouch and pulls out a rod. I do actually.
fucking A, mate. You all have everything. Next thing you're going to tell me is you got a bag full of snacks.
Hungry? She shakes in front of you.
His smile fades immediately. You're joking.
Eats offers one last time and just
This
waits
isn't a
for
prank,
whoever's
is it?
gonna go
All right.
first.
Fuck it. He sticks his hand in and pulls out a lamb chop, fully cooked.
Oh.
Son of a bitch. Huh. Damn.
Yep.
Good too. Thank you.
Now you get to go first. Of course.
Wait, what?
Carry on.
So
Okay, I
we
see.
first
Cannon
get
fodder.
off
Got it.
at 56. This opening area around the elevator has would just be two like smaller security stations, one on each side, before it heads out into splitting halls. One going to the west, one to the east, one continuing towards the north. You can see that the walls seem to be all made of glass, and a lot of these rooms seem to be server rooms with large like server towers and such.
The stairs were on either side this way, right? Just pick one of those.
Yeah,
check that
one to
out
the
first.
west, one to the east.
Yeah, that works.
Go this way. Walk to the east.
Okay. So then the question, Geraldine, is did you use the west staircase or the east staircase? The east. All right. Sure. Heading that way. Over to the east staircase. You can see more of the rooms. There's several that seem to have workspaces set up in them. Possibly more like maintenance terminals and such to access the servers. Maybe cut off sections of it while they're doing any type of security maintenance on it. There are plenty of filing cabinets in some of the rooms as well, because some of them don't even have those servers in them, and seem to be more like an office space where they keep track of everything going on with their equipment. Now, Wrath, Tempest, Finnegan, as you see all of this and you get over to that east staircase, what is it an immovable rod?
I do have an immovable rod, yes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure that I was shooting that correctly.
Yep. I'd like to. I'm not sure what the door's handles look like, but I want to jam it into and turn if needed to do two things: keep the door open and keep the latch open, if possible.
Okay. So the doors are essentially sliding doors. They do have a handle to grip it and pull it open from the like floor side. On the staircase side, it's just the keypad and an automatic electronic controlled opening mechanism. So as you use the lever, it doesn't even ask you for access, because apparently everyone is just allowed to be in the stairwell itself. And so you can get it slid open and then kind of just place the immovable rod in that latch space on it while it's fully open.
Click. All right. Well, this door is secure. Here's the key card. You're going down a floor, right?
Then again, was supposed to be on 56. Wrath, Tempest, you would have been going down to 55 with Tristan.
Okay. All right. Give me that key card back. Fuck you. We'll be back.
What? No, fuck you, mate.
Fuck you, bro.
Have fun.
You want to fight, bro? You want to fight, bro?
Twist his dick.
Oh, Nicholas.
Wrath, Tempest. Oh, I'll see you later. I'll stick with Finnegan so he doesn't have to be up here alone.
Oh, yeah. Where is?
Sweet.
Alright.
That's true. All right. Let's go.
The two of you start to head down, and Finnegan, you and Tristan are turning around to actually properly explore this floor. You all can hear as the whole AI voice comes over and the door starts trying to close.
Obstruction detected in doorway. Non-human entity detected. Supreme recall initiated.
Oh, shit.
See how it tries to do this.
Oh god.
So, yeah,
It's
if you
gonna
all
back
turn
up and
around,
watch.
yeah, if you all turn around and watch, basically one of those security devices that's on the walls triggers and kind of sends down this beam to the device, to the immovable rod, and you can see that it's not like disintegrating it or anything, but you can see it trying to move the immovable rod with this like a arm made out of magic. And it is, of course, failing. It is not a DC 30 strength check being rolled on this. And after about almost a full minute of it trying to pull it, you hear the voice again.
National obstruction detected. Advanced protocols being initiated.
Oh, my.
Finnegan, you, Tristan,
Yes.
hear it before Wrath and Tempest, but you hear heavy metal footsteps now heading your way,
Which direction are they coming from?
north and south.
Is there a way to go east or west?
Yes, you can head towards the west, and the east is the stairwell itself.
Okay, we'll go west. Come on, stay low, stay quiet.
Tristan follows you to like get out of sight and to still basically try to keep an eye on the area. And Wrath and Tempest, is you see the two of them start to duck and be like, hush, hush, you can now hear these metal footsteps getting closer. And they're not particularly moving fast, but when they get to the doorway, the two of them, you're certain that it's supposed to be words coming from them, but the age and wear and tear that's happened to them over however many years at this point, they don't make real words, but they seem to be communicating with each other just fine, as one of them reaches out, grabs a little rod, clicks the button, and pulls it out of the doorway.
Intelligence.
Kidding.
What do they do after that?
They seem to turn around and start heading back the way they came.
Okay. So shall we carry on?
Yeah, I guess so. Seems we can get out onto the stairs just fine anyway. And they'll have a way out if needed.
Because their security system, it's terrible.
What do you mean? I think that's
Yeah.
pretty intelligent for it to come out and be able to click the rod. That means they recognized what it was.
Fair. Still.
Yeah, no. We should continue then.
Alright, so Geraldine, Twilight, and Med. As you head out onto floor 54, document,
And you said that there was a lot of... Sorry, carry on.
so on your floor, it's not a bunch of server rooms. What seems to be in this area is a combination of like basic security outposts at like each corner of the floor, as well as on either side of the elevator, one next to each of the stairwells. But this is an open floor plan across this entire floor, so you can see everything as you enter the floor, including a variety of security bots posted at different places across the floor. You can see filing cabinets. You can see what looks like just basic sitting spaces too, where people could just take breaks if needed. You see a wall lined with an armory, even, with a variety of intricate blades and shields, armors. They look enough like what exists in this time for you to be able to figure out what they are, but they're all clearly advanced technologically.
Okay. Okay. So, just to recap, and Twilight, you can help me on this. This is more like, you say, the server. You know, do I get it correct? This is like open floor where...
The server, all the server stuff is floor 56, where Finnegan is. This is
Okay,
more like a people area.
The people area. Okay, so if the people area, like you said, that there is terminal and computers, or this is more like where they do recreational activity.
Not quite recreational activity, but more like a general waiting space. They do have a few terminals scattered throughout as well. Likely it controls a lot of the basic security through the building. More than likely it's things like the cameras that are controlled from here.
Yeah, and I will get to one of them, and I will try to get to the cameras and try to, go through and see if I can find our companion and their floor, and I can use it to eventually even guide them. If I understand that they are in a point where there can be something interesting, I will be able to say, "Hey guys, look there," with a message. But because I can see actually the place. And I will ask Twilight and Med to look around and find anything that will suggest, like the presence of security guards or anything like the person that clean up this place or anything else like this, because those are the the worker that they usually have access to more things than the other people. Because the person that clean every room need to have access to every room, even if, technically speaking, they're not the CEO or the place, right?
Right. Twilight, Med is going to give you advantage on your investigation check. You have a +4. Geraldine, go ahead and give me an investigation check with advantage for finding the main control terminal for the cameras.
Okay.
Oh, I have a +8 then?
You have a +4. Advantage means roll twice and take the higher number.
Oh, that's right.
So 17 plus 17 is 34.
You quickly identify the main terminal for controlling the cameras. So much so, after having also, seen the other ones and looked through it, you can see the layout for everything. The controls, the control panel and such. It's not a basic keyboard and mouse, but you are pretty sure you know how to work it. Just fundamental logic from what you've already seen.
Good. And I also check with Twilight. It's like, did you find anything? Is it going there?
No, Geraldine, you take a few minutes. Well, Twilight and Med are still, checking just, one area. It's going to take them a while to actually get through the entire floor. Compared to
Sorry, I didn't mean to rush anyone. I was like, Geraldine is like, some time to time she's tapping on the keyboard, and sometimes it's just, how's it going? And go back to what she's doing.
All right, yeah, the general checkup. So we will head over to 56 with Finnegan and Tristan. Since it's going to be a while before anything really happens with Geraldine and with Twilight at least. And Geraldine, I'll let you know where you could interact with what's going on the other floors. So, Finnegan, Tristan is following you on floor 56. You are watching as those two robot drones, security drones, are heading back up north and south in that corridor where they first came from. How do you want to go about trying to search this floor?
We'll start at one end and start searching the rooms on the left, and then go to the rooms on the right if there's a hall. What's the layout?
Something about like a square grid, essentially. There's, the paths between each of the squares.
Okay. Yeah, we'll check the west. Sorry, we went east, right, or west?
You are on the east side currently, and you are heading down the hallway back to the west to get away from the guards. You didn't go that far down that way yet.
Okay. We'll just keep going the way we were going, and then look for sticky notes, documents, desks.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation with advantage, since Tristan is helping you.
34.
34. That is 27.
Yeah, you're right.
12 plus 15. But
I was just testing you. You passed.
27 is good enough. Well, thank you. I pride myself on my math to a degree. What Magdalene's supposed to go with? Forgot Magdalene existed for a moment. Did we ever decide who she was going with?
We did not.
Twilight. Because we took, because Med went with Geraldine, we took Tristan, and Twilight, Magdalene, and Finn were supposed to go together.
Okay, so...
Since I took the stairs, I kind of switched teams like that.
Yeah, so Magdalene would be on this floor with you as well, kind of looking around, but she's... Yeah, Magdalene will be with Finnegan then, for now. She's too distracted to really be of much help. Every once in a while you do, hear her kind of, think out loud, comparing how, old and broken this area looks like, compared to when she was exploring it with the other group. In that time, this is still a working facility, and apparently they were breaking into it to potentially assassinate the CEO, and she's just mesmerized by what potentially thousands and thousands of years of wear and tear has done to this building. And with your 27, eventually you find a machine that, because Finnegan actually does have an awareness of how a lot of modern technology and even futuristic technology works, it's essentially the keycard coder. It's used to code it for what level of access it has.
Gorgeous. Fucking jackpot. He's gonna pick that up and put it in his little shirt.
Yes, this Xerox machine.
So it is definitely not something you can pick up. It is integrated into a desk.
Okay.
But the control panel's here. You just have to get into it, get access, open up the correct program for it, and then you'd be able to program the keycards as you please.
Okay. Yeah, he'll start working on that then. Try and turn it on, access it.
Give me an intelligence check then. And if you have any proficiency you think would give you a bonus, you can make a case for why you should have proficiency on this.
Let me look real quick. If no.
Alright.
I mean, it's going to be a 15 minimum. What the fuck, dude?
You missed your exclamation.
Did 18 on that int.
So you start to get into it, you get the computer turned on. Even though you know this isn't actually the cryosynth you decide to just play a hunch, and you punch in the password that you would have used if this were cryosynth, and it works. You get into the computer itself. You find the program. You get the program opened up, and now you have to put in credentials. essentially a specific user's information, a username and password. And you try to just, keep following through. Hey, maybe this password and username that I could have used would work. And it does not. And you need to roll a... I'm looking at the wrong section for information. You need to roll a wisdom save.
Another 18.
It is another fail, as you are now subject to the spellhold person.
Fuck me, dead.
As a plus, it doesn't seem like anything else has triggered, so maybe you just have to wait out the spell. Maybe you just need to wait for the security system to stop acting up. You're not exactly sure how long this is going to hold you. As, like, when the security device had tried to move the rod, it has that magical arm essentially reached out and restraining you.
Okay.
Now, what I don't remember, does hold person allow a save every turn? It'd be helpful if I could remember that. At the end of every 6 seconds, essentially, you get to roll another save. So if you'd like to go ahead and roll 10d20,
Okay.
we'll see if any of them will pass the save in the next minute.
22 is the highest.
22 is the highest, and unfortunately, the DC for this floor is 21. So you managed to pass it on that very first save.
Ooh. Oh, shit. That's concerning. I'm going to try and look around for employee documents.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation with advantage. And Geraldine, you're at the computer and you're kind of verifying, what you're doing, and you're kind of looking at, like, all the floors as you go as well. And you see a notification pop up on the screen, one that you can tap on, that will immediately go to the camera that's triggering this notice. Do you press that notification to look at it? What's going on?
Yeah, I will.
So when you press it, it pulls up this camera that it's working like the others. Like, it keeps going in and out. It's blurry. But you can see that it's this kind of office area with another control panel. And you can see Finnegan, Tristan, and Magdalene in this room. They seem to have triggered one of the security devices.
There is anything, there is anything that I realize I can do to, how you say, sorry, the words escape me. When you deactivate, security from where I am, from where I'm standing.
There is a space, kind of like a confirmation space, asking you to verify if it is a legitimate intruder issue, if it's a false flag situation, or anything like that.
I will immediately put it as a false flag situation, and I will. Okay, Geraldine doesn't know, so I'm trying to go on a kind of a leap here. She's starting to get the hang of how things works here. It's like you have a command, you press a button, there is an answer yes or no. So from that kind of things is quite linear, it's quite simple. But there is a lot of things and etc. Lucky for me, Geraldine Minds is made in a way that she collect information. So and she, like a computer, doesn't have much of a emotional response. So what I'm going to do is to look for anything that can tell me how to get where I want to get according to, like A goes to B, goes to C, goes to, and etc., etc. And try to find a way to deactivate every security protocol from this floor up.
Meaning you're basically looking for like a manual?
Pretty much. But also, not just a manual, but also the commanding code to remove those things.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check then to start trying to find those options and all the layouts of it.
Yep.
Random Giraffe and Tempest, the two of you, as you head on to floor 55, the middle of these 3 floors. You use the key card, the door opens up, you walk out onto the floor, and you notice that there are a considerable number of, I call them devices, but they look more reminiscent to, like, repair stations or forges or even enchanters' tables. This seems to be the spot they specifically work on and maintenance the security systems. There are various consoles and there are several rooms that are separated from the main floor, but this seems to be the area where most of their magical security is handled.
Oh boy, you ever feel like you're outside of your scope of field?
Yeah. But don't worry,
Play
we
with some
got
of this
this.
shit. We'll see. Let's go play with some of this shit, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna walk
busted
over
it
to
up.
like one of these tables, does it look like anything was being worked on whenever this happened, whatever happened all those years ago?
So there are, on the table that you walk over to, several of those round security devices. The one that hit you with that force field and slammed you into the wall. Tempest, same thing, same type of device that hit you in the elevator space. Currently, the back has been pulled off of this, and it's opened up. You can see a series of wires running through it, as well as a couple of more manual physical parts as well. I noticed that there are a few runes actually etched into it as well, seeming to combine both magical enchanting with a certain amount of actual physical design, both magical and engineering.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna look around. Do I see the back of it anywhere, or the back of another one maybe?
Yeah, the backs for them are on the table as well.
Pick that up and look at it. Is this just like a cover as a back, or does it have more wiring or anything on it?
It seems to just be a back. In particular, though, you do know the rune that's etched into the back of it. It is a rune of sizing, commonly used for things like enlarge reduce as a spell, but you've also heard of people getting shields designed with this in particular that allow the object that it's engraved on to increase or decrease in size. Likely this is so it can create a perfect fit within the back so that there's no gap that can be used to pull it off. Meaning you would have to have the magical tools to remove it once it's put on.
Oh, they really thought of everything. Interesting.
We may not find anything storage-wise that'll give us what we need for upstairs. We'll at least learn how all this stuff works.
Huh? What? As Wrath is like picking up the ones that look in better condition and putting them in his bag. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you do find a few that look to be in more or less good condition. They've survived the test of time better than the others.
Right. Well, I'm sure there's other rooms to explore around here.
Gonna look for what may be the most expensive visually? Desk, room, door?
Just from a quick look from where you are, not too far from the elevator, there is one room in particular that lacks any sort of window. The door doesn't even have a window. It seems to be the most secure space on the entire floor is this one room that you can see from here.
She points at that one. How about that?
Yeah, looks good. Oh, we have the card too, so maybe it'll take it.
If it doesn't, well, Plan B's fine too.
Yeah, but security seems pretty good. We should probably try to at least not provoke it.
Okay, fair enough.
Walking over there, does it have a card reader, or is it just a...
Yeah, it has one of those consoles for the card, like just about everything else does. And you put the card on, and it grants you access right away. The door opens up.
After you, milady.
Thank you. She walks on in, just looking around real fast, checking things.
The room is relatively large, at about 25 feet by 25 feet. And other than the space where the door is, there is a essentially desk with consoles on it circling the entire wall of the room. It seems to be multiple different stations, though, as there are chairs at quite a few points around the room as well. This seems to be one of the main security stations.
Of course it'd be us that found it, huh?
Oh, so we are gonna fuck with stuff? Please say yes.
Of course. They told us, we were to investigate this floor after all.
Let's see what things do.
Let's jump back to Finnegan real quick. With your 32, you find plenty of notes in this area. One of which is a training document. It seems that at this particular time, when the building stopped being used, there was at least one person in training. And even your retail outlets, this is one of those. Here's how to do it documents that the trainee is supposed to take. It's their personal documents, including their username and password.
He's going to try that.
It works. You are able to get the program opened up, and thanks to the training documents, you know how to set the settings, how to search up specific user profiles, and even how to change an individual person's clearance level, not just their key card. So you would be able to take the two key cards you currently have between Tristan and you would be able to set them specifically to Dr. Rifle if you wanted to. They would have level Mobius clearance and would specifically, if he had any personal, private, special clearances, you would have those as well. It would make it identical to the one
Absolutely.
Wrath and Tempest took.
Oh, yeah. We need the highest clearance.
That's going to take you a little bit on that. Now back over to Geraldine. as you're going through this process, you're able to still see the camera and see what Pius is doing. You have access to control the camera-based devices. Not all of the security is controlled from this particular floor, unfortunately. But you are able to turn off a considerable number of sensors, including the ones that, such as the one that detected the immovable rod. You are able to turn off those sensors, causing it to fall back on the manual aspects that were built into it, turning off the more electronic parts of it. You're able to turn off the cameras, those sensors similar to that, as well as the devices that keep pounding you all for force damage.
Good. And that's what I'm going to immediately deactivate. And I also going to take note to where is the control for all the rest of the security stuff. If is nominated somewhere. I don't need exact location, but even if there is a name, is like this room or this floor or other things like this. And I also collect as much information as possible about the room that we were trying to break into.
So you start with the first portion of that list. You get the breakdown essentially of what each floor of security is for. The floor 54, where you are, is where the actual human portions of the staff were. The ones who essentially would lead the security bots and give them directions. The ones that would do things like, oh no, there's a child lost in the building, let's find them, let's comfort them. They would handle any odd situations, ones that weren't pre-programmed with solutions. They controlled the cameras and the basic security features so that they could, turn off the security devices for one section on the floor while maintenance was working on something in that area. Whereas 55 is the one that controls a lot of the deeper things, in particular security bots and, surprisingly, a more advanced tier of those same security devices that keep hitting you for all that force damage. They only seem to exist on a few select floors, though, which you can, if you go to floor 55, you would be able to turn off those ones as well.
And that's what I'm going to try to do, but I want to finish to collect all the information first.
Yeah. And then floor 56 is specifically their digital security, keeping people from hacking into their network to steal files, as well as this they're not quite sure how to take. It seems to be an access point to the digital plane, so referenced as the digital world.
Okay, Geraldine is perplexed. It's like, digital what? Okay, so this thing, and I'm talking about the computer, has their own plane of existence. Weird. But I'm not here for this right now. And I'm going to just say to the other, guys, we are moving upstairs.
Why?
Did you find anything of use?
I think so.
Twilight, back to your 23, and with the amount of time that has passed, you don't find anything particular interesting. You find a couple of level 5 security passes. Geraldine, as soon as she mentions that, you are already aware that Finnegan is also coding level Mobius clearance passes, meaning the higher clearance than what was just found.
But
So
we don't have... Sorry.
So basically, I didn't find anything, but I'm still going to keep the passes.
Okay, I was going to say, yeah, keep the passes, Twilight, because yes, we are. We don't have, the other one yet. So because we are moving to 55, and maybe we are going to be alone at the beginning, let's make sure that we have enough security pass for to do everything we need.
Okay.
That's what Geraldine will propose.
Oh,
she just.
I didn't say it out
She
loud.
just
I just
slammed the
thought
door.
it. You also have access to the speakers, so you are able to literally use the speakers to communicate with everyone else instead of using your message. You also know how to access those speakers from any other security terminal now.
Okay, I'm going to.
Oh my gosh! Can I use the speakers?
I'm going to do it first because I'm the one that discovered it, and I'm going to tap on it. Hello, everyone. Geraldine speaking. I discovered a few things here. I deactivate this is, and I do the list of everything that I deactivated. And now we are moving to floor 55 to do exactly the same of those other security systems. See you there.
Well, anything you wanted to fuck up, now's your chance, Tempest.
And after a few seconds, I come in again, and it's like, well, it is taking the microphone.
Ah, fuck me. Magdalene, do you have any earplugs for the next like 5 minutes?
She just talks about random
yeah,
shit, just
sure.
like everything that she explored.
All right.
Like she gives you
You-
a whole history of lessons about everything that she knows.
Is there a mute button on that thing, Tempest?
I don't. Let's look somewhere. Just start randomly pressing stuff.
Hey, do
So-
you have a crossbow?
With one of the level 5 cards, I'm going to start to walk up the stairs and try to get to level 55 and see if the door is still open, or I need at least this card in order to enter.
Oh, you'll need the card to get onto floor 55. And Wrath Tempest, you'll have a few minutes before Geraldine finishes getting up there. As far as Pius, your question of do you have a crossbow? Tristan does not, and Magdalene kind of just like lifts her arms and spins in a circle, and you see absolutely no weapons of any kind on her person. She doesn't have a backpack either.
Fantastic. Why did I get the Teletubbies on my team? All right, you two. Let's. I think we found everything we need to. Let's go find the others.
What did you need a crossbow for? I still won't be able to help.
I was just going to shoot one of the speakers. It's not that important. It was a joke, really. But it was a bit. Bit's over, mate.
As you're explaining it, she and her clear ADHD problem she lifts a hand out in front of her and kind of flicks her wrist, and you see this shimmering light, almost in the shape of a blade, start to appear before materializing into a weapon, into a sword that is very key-shaped, and she starts to point it at one of the speakers.
I mean, that works too. Huh. Interesting.
Before you actually
Seems
see her do anything with it, though, she seems to realize what you had said and doesn't fire off a magical blast that you could see her having already started to charge.
Yeah, it's fine. She stopped talking, thankfully. On second thought.
You watch her kind of flick her wrist again, and the blade just disappears.
It's a nice little trick.
Yeah, Kubo, it's one of the first things I learned in my Keyblade training.
Keyblade. Can't wait to get in that
Kubo,
universe.
it's somewhat common where I'm from, actually. A place called Scala and Highroad. It's like a home for people who use Keyblades to fight the darkness, Kubo.
I'll keep that on the back burner. Right. Let's go find the others, huh?
You get a
Twilight
agreement
just
from
slams
them.
the
Twilight slams the what?
Twilight just slams the mic down like so heavy that you hear this like really high pitched sound.
The microphone is not one that should be picked up and moved around. It is integrated into the console. As just about everything seems to be in this place. Nothing's really a standalone piece.
That sucks.
So, Rav Tempest, with your couple of minutes before Geraldine gets there, are you just going to stand and wait, or are you going to start fucking with things in this room?
Breath, tell me if you see anyone coming. I'm gonna start pressing stuff at this point. Like, what do we got to lose?
Okay, but look, we need to figure out this number for the CEO. So that if you see anything with that, press that.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's see if I can just wing this and hope for the best.
You got this.
I am just gonna randomly press the number, or randomly press keys on the computer and see what happens.
Thanks to Maya in your head, you recognize basic things like a power button, for example. You're able to get it booted up and hold open, and you are immediately confronted with a password screen.
Breath, I need a password.
What's this place called again? Cryo something? Try that maybe.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'll give it a shot.
All right, I need you, because passwords are case sensitive. I need to know how you spell cryotech and how you capitalize or don't capitalize.
Spell it with a K.
You saw cryo.
What's it like on the sign outside?
Yeah, it was CRYO. As far as tech, you didn't see a sign with it, except that document, which spelled it like TECK or TECH. My bad.
Do it like that. They always want to feel self-important, so the T is probably capitalized.
Probably. We'll try that. And then after that, I have an idea for a different one.
So you type in the password, as you've chosen to, with a capital C, capital T, everything else lowercase. And now you need to roll a dexterity save.
A dexterity save. Alright,
Is that both of us or just her?
Nice.
Just Tempest.
Oh, damn.
Definitely not a pass, as one of the security options in here, it has not been turned off. This is one of those advanced ones that Geraldine is currently on her way here to turn off. And when it tries to do what it's supposed to, you see it kind of pop and a wire fall out of it and smacks you right in the head. A live wire smacks you in the head.
How much is that gonna hurt? Jesus
34
Christ.
lightning damage.
Okay, yeah, no, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Let's see, 19 minus 30.
I'll grab it and just pull it off to the side, just holding it. Are you okay?
No, my body's tingling. It was a bit electrifying.
Yeah, it looked it. Maybe we shouldn't fuck with anything else.
Yeah. If it's electric, maybe. You put in the next one.
All right. How did you want to spell it?
Capitalized CRY. Maybe they put emphasis on hurting their employees.
Wrath looks around for anything that might hurt him before. What is it? Cryo CRY, not the O? Or CRYO?
Isn't CRYO? Nentech? Yeah, like that.
And hey, you spell it capital C, capital R, capital Y, capital O, lowercase TECH, and security device attempts to go off again. Unfortunately, this time, it catches fire, and flames kind of shoot off of it. Very light ones at you, Wrath, so dexterity save.
What's up, Pat?
That's a 9. I am resistant to fire, though.
That is helpful, as it essentially explodes and kind of like shoots at you in a jet of flame.
Oh, shit!
So you'll take 21 damage since you have resistance.
Hot!
Are you alright?
Oh, I'm not okay.
Maybe we shouldn't do these things.
Actually,
Huh?
just question for the DM, because I can't remember. I have it all jumbled at the moment. Did I get immunity to lightning from something other than the mask?
Let's see. You had resistance from your
Storm Sorcerer.
blast, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, you have immunity. It would have been from Storm Sorcerer. I don't know if you've hit that level that immunity would come.
That's no. Well, I can manually activate that right now. So yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll walk over to that. Is that live wire still there? Just pushing it off to the side?
Yeah, it's still a live wire.
I have an idea, actually. As he walks over, I'm going to use the feature. Where is it? It's the Storm Sorcerer one. I only get one a day. Chromatic Warding. To, as an action, become immune to lightning damage. But because I'm now immune to lightning damage, the mask now makes lightning damage heal me. So I'm going to try and suck the energy out of this live wire.
How long does this immunity last?
For 1 minute.
So, let's see. Because you heal for half the damage. Absolute minimum at 10 rounds for 9 per is 90. You have an absolute minimum 45? I just roll 90 D8 real quick for you. You heal for 202.
All right. So if you'll allow me to flavor it, Wrath walks over to this live wire and kind of takes a deep breath and shakes his head and almost starts to emit his own magical lightning from his body as he takes this live wire, and you see just electricity channeling through his body, just empowering his magics, and any wounds that were on his body just start to close up from it, almost like being stitched together by the lightning itself.
Wow.
Much better.
Like a pretty shocking experience.
That was great. I haven't felt this good in...
I want you to also roll a soul save with a DC 25. You have a plus 22, so it's very unlikely you will fail this.
Shit. I got 11, so 11 plus 22 is 33.
Since it was only a DC 25, you sucked in so much beyond, more than your actual max HP, and, this overhealing as it charges your soul. And you're not used to having power put into your soul, you're used to using the power. So it's kind of overcharge. You have to kind of keep it together and try to readjust the way you normally do things so you can take it in fully without repercussions. What you do? Recover the highest level spell slot you've currently had used.
Oh shit! I didn't have any. Oh nope, 3rd level. Nice.
All right.
All right. Maybe we should wait for the next one though. We're not good at this.
Oh, not at all. And she pokes for a quick zap.
Careful now. There's some residual charge.
Your hair stands on end, Tempest. There's enough static discharge for it.
Whatever.
All right, let's wait for the others.
Geraldine, Twilight, and Med, the 3 of you will get to Wrath and Tempest just a couple minutes after this. As you come onto the floor, Wrath, Tempest, I assume you probably step out the door a little bit so they can at least see where you are.
Yeah.
Tempest's hair is still
over.
frizzed to hell, like she got electrocuted twice.
I noticed
It's
this.
just so fun and tingly.
Mm-hmm.
So the two of you would notice that.
And we noticed this, right?
Yes.
You know, Tempest, you really shouldn't be sticking forks in like electronic panels. Yeah. As I kind of like touch your head a little bit. I don't know about you.
I don't know. It did me wonders, and I'm gonna like flick Twilight and like flick a little electricity to shock her.
Ow.
Static shock.
Get stopped.
There's some big computers in here. We don't know what the excuse me, what the fuck we're doing.
I'm gonna go take a look, Geraldine.
So, did you have fun?
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Good.
We should try it. We should try it,
No.
Geraldine. Come on, let's do it.
It
I
hurt.
casually completely ignore her and I get to the terminal. And I go to what I discover is the language program. So I ignore all of this and I go into the source and I'm going to start to play with it until I found a way to deactivate the rest of the security system like I did on the upper floor.
Careful, there's a password.
Password is to access to specific things, not to the main system.
The password is actually to get into the system. Like when you first turn on a computer and you need to use the password just to get onto onto it.
So there's no DOS. I need to get. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So can
And
you
you
write
didn't
down?
have a password on the other floor.
Okay. And there was anything related to password and access and etc. Any information? Because I look. Also, you remember, I look for anything that was important about those things.
Unfortunately, all of that information would have been stored on floor 56 from what you discovered, where Pius was. But you already saw Pius, not Pius, Finnegan, my bad. Finnegan. You had already seen him, like, use a password. So you know that they have one, and you know that they've gotten key cards set up, and you know that they're probably on their way here right now, too.
I mean, technically speaking, I said I was going to 55, and I said, I see you there.
You can make an assumption that they're probably on their way to 55 to meet you guys right now, though. Because they were pretty much done
Breath
with what they
hides
were doing.
behind the door where Finnegan can't see him immediately when walking in.
Again, you, Tristan, and Magdalene get down there to this floor. Finnegan, you can pretty easily determine what the most important room here is. And you know that Geraldine was on her way down here to access the control panels to turn off security devices. So, you know which way to head. You head over to the door, and what does Wrath do as he walks through?
Actually, I have 10 feet of blind sense.
I'll make this an attack roll if you want.
I would know he's there.
Wrath, I still want to know what you're doing.
I just wanted to touch him to make his hair go poofy.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
as you're heading there, and you hesitate for the slightest moment because your blind sight kicks in, and you know he's right there on the other side of the door, and Magdalene is not paying attention. She steps in front of you, and Wrath, you touch Magdalene, and she quickly becomes a big puffball.
Oh, damn it.
I tried to pull a fast one on me, mate.
Bonus action, melee attack.
Ah!
Oh my gosh, he's so goofy.
Fucking crazy bastard!
Sorry, I've got to discharge this energy somehow. I just thought I'd have fun with it.
That's all right. You can touch me if you want.
Touch. Perfect.
As you and Finnegan have your little moment, he starts to go almost like limp. He's like a half asleep all of a sudden. Like he's used up a pretty big chunk of the fuel in his tank at this point. Geraldine, you are aware that he knows the password. He just needs to be directed to do so currently.
And I will ask him gently to, step in, put the password on the computer, and after that, I will try to do what I do best, dissecting and reassembling.
Alright. Once you are in the system, you are able to start turning off the security devices that can be shut down from this area. And you notice, though, between the last one you were with and this one, neither of them seems to have any control over the puzzle on the top floor. They don't seem to have any type of connection, as if it's on its own network completely upstairs.
So after I finish to deactivate all the security systems that are, possible to deactivate from this floor, you're telling me that there's still any information about the CEO office.
Yeah, at least not within the system itself. You did from the other floor discover that a lot of things like passwords, passcodes, user profiles and such are stored in the servers on floor 56, though. So if there's any information, you might be able to find it upstairs.
And, so this is my Okay, so this is player knowledge. Now mixing a little bit, in contrast with Geraldine knows. Because technically speaking, if I'm on a terminal, I have access to activating, deactivating those things. I also have access to the fuzzy inside the server, unless you're telling me that there is some bits that are disconnected.
There are redundancy systems, so certain things cannot be accessed except from a specific set of terminals. And it seems that whatever connections for the top floor is going on, the redundancy systems have separated that from floor 54 and separated it from floor 55 as well.
Okay, so knowing that, I will tell the other that we need to go to what this place is called, the server, and find those unique pieces of technology that they keep calling computers, and the information we're looking for are there. From here, the only thing I was able to do is to make sure that our path from here to there is smooth.
Alright.
Doing a smooth path.
As you head from floor 55 up to floor 56, Finnegan, Tristan, Magdalene, of course, heading back to floor 56 now, and able to point out some of the rooms at least that they were interacting with. The floors realize there's a difference in the sounds that you're hearing. You consciously recognized it earlier, but all of these devices seem to have had some type of mild humming coming off of them. And now that they're all turned off and deactivated, power's been cut off from the vast majority of them, it's almost eerily quiet. And you almost hear what sounds to be the heartbeat of something.
Anyone else hear that?
Yes.
Which way is it coming from?
It seems to be
North?
reverberating through all of it. It's reverberating through the walls, through the floors, through the ceiling. You can't tell where it's coming from. And even as you continue to move from where you are on 55 to the stairwell up to 56, it doesn't seem to change. It's just this ever-present, quiet beating of a heart. It's slow. You only hear a beat like every 10 seconds.
Like the tower's alive.
Isn't Pius a tower somehow? Maybe it is.
Well, let's keep walking, and if it gets stronger, then we all know we ran into it.
No, we're actively going. We're walking, right?
Yeah, you've actively been traveling. Once you
Wait, where are we
get up
going?
to the 56th floor from 55.
Oh, okay.
Once you're able to get up there, Finnegan's at least able to cross off a bunch of the rooms and be able to make you certain and know that, okay, this room isn't going to help, this room isn't going to help, this room isn't going to help. He narrows it down to about half of the rooms on the floor that may have what you're looking for.
Are they locked? How do we get in them? Which rooms are they?
I deactivated everything and we have those cards, so I don't think that we are going to have any problem having access to those places. Maybe I'm wrong.
So I guess this is worth pointing out. You weren't able to deactivate the keycard terminals, but again, you have keycards, so getting through these doors is literally no problem at this point.
Yeah. I know. I was telling Wrath because it seems that he didn't. It wasn't sure.
Yeah,
Maybe
I was reiterating to just make sure the point got across. So you're good. As for which rooms it may be in, as when I described it when you first got up here, a lot of these rooms seem to almost have like glass walls that you can see through. But there are quite a few rooms that aren't made of glass, that they have solid steel walls, like the other floors. He's able to cross off some of those from the list, such as the one where he modified the key cards. But seeing as the rest of them didn't actually explore all of the rooms on this floor, you'd have to start searching those rooms one by one.
All right, well, we'll take that one.
What's special about that one?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, then fine. We'll take this one.
I think it's a competition, Twilight. Or if it gets done quicker.
All right, everybody who is searching, roll me an investigation. Med will kind of wander off a little bit with Tristan, and the two of them are going to go search on their own.
28 on my side.
11 on mine.
Do you want advantage, Tempest?
Sure.
Take my roll. Take advantage.
We got this. We got this.
Tempest, you got advantage and still got an 18. How sad.
I didn't know we could do that.
Nine.
Have someone actually take our rolls? If
It's
I
called
didn't know we
helping
could do
them.
that.
Yes, you do.
Well,
We've
shit.
done it time and time again. You go, hey, I'm helping them, and then they have advantage. They roll 2 dice. Where do you think the second one came from? The other person that was helping
Oh.
them. We've done this
okay.
a lot. You're just looking at it
I
at
know
a
we
different
have.
angle right now.
Yeah, I didn't know I can
Oh.
actually say. I didn't know I can
I'm
actually
helping
say, "Hey,
them?
take my role."
Yes, you
Well, I
did.
didn't know I had
I'm
to actually
helping
give up my
them.
role. Oh,
You knew this. You're just looking at it differently and think it's a different thing. You've known this. You've done
maybe.
it multiple times.
Yeah.
Over the 107 sessions we've
Okay.
played.
Right. I've done it. I just looked at it a different way.
Yeah. Anyways, Geraldine, your 28 will not be a fail. Twilight, your 11 is going to be a fail. Tempest, your 18 is a fail. Tristan and Mid's roll is a fail. And Finnegan and Magdalene are kind of just hanging back and hanging tight in the middle, kind of making sure that nothing really happens. So, Twilight, go ahead and roll a wisdom save. Tempest, roll a dexterity save. And Med is going to roll a dexterity save as well.
I think that's right. I think it's a +6.
I think so too. It's +7. That makes it 23. So Twilight, you're good. Med got a 28. That's good. Tempest, your 15 is not. Oh god, excuse me. So, Tempest, you will be taking another 98 damage. This time it is bludgeoning damage. As you're kind of searching around as you go into one of the rooms, you accidentally knock over a large filing cabinet that was worn out on the bottom. You basically kicked out the rust and it fell over on you.
How much yours? 32?
Yes, 32 damage.
Okay,
Geraldine, with your 28, you
Mhm.
notice a pattern in the room sizes. The smaller rooms seem to be for more minor tasks in management of systems, whereas the larger rooms seem to be where specialized things happen. A couple of the rooms you notice seem to be redundancy systems, like specific to like an individual process that's been separated from the majority of the system. The first room you check where you notice this controls that AI voice. You're able to change the voice itself to be like masculine or more childlike, or turn it off completely. You can turn it up. What notice is that particular system is set to low processing power right now. And you would be able to turn up the processing power or turn it off if you'd like for that voice in that room.
I'm not knowing what's happening if I turn it up. For now, I'm not gonna touch it. And what is the other redundancy system? Because this is for the AI voice. What is the other one?
The AC.
PC.
They seem to have separated the heating and cooling units from the rest of the system.
Okay, and those are separated. Okay, and there is you said that the pattern, etc. There is nothing that suggests, like this server is dedicated to these people, this server is dedicated to this area, or anything else.
No, nothing surface level that you could easily tell. But you are able to cut down the number of possibles to only 2 more after checking those first 2.
Okay, so it's like a 50-50%. I'm going to the first, the closest one to me at the moment, and going to try to check on that one. And if there is any password to insert of anything that Finnegan I know has, I will ask him to do it for me.
Okay.
But at the moment, we don't have any information that say, this is more, there's most chances there's this one than the other one.
So, Wrath, Tempest, Twilight, you've been searching for a while. You haven't found anything that really stands out or may seem separate. But Geraldine, Wrath, Tempest, two of you notice her down the hallway. She seems focused. She seems to have a good idea of where she's going now.
I follow her.
Wrath, Tempest, two of you?
Sorry, could you repeat that part right there? Was verifying something.
Wrath, Tempest, two of you see Geraldine, and she seems to be focused. She seems to know where she's going, and she just starts walking past rooms that none of you have checked. She seems to be on a mission and have figured something out.
I'm not good at investigation. I don't think you are either. Let's just with her.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep, done with that.
So, Geraldine, you said you're just going to the closest one to you at the moment?
Yeah, because as I said, there's nothing.
Okay, go ahead and call it high or low.
High.
Low. So, this room, as you get in there and kind of Twilight, Tempest, Wrath are filing in behind you, you get in with the same, security passwords that you've been using up to this point. And this system controls, for some godforsaken reason, it's a system that has been removed and outdated from the building. It was originally a control for the toilets.
Control for the what? Sorry?
The toilets. The bathrooms.
Well,
Geraldine will look at this thing quite perplexed and say, no, definitely not what we need. Or at least, I don't. and she will go to the other server that she identified, leaving this one as it is. As like I was like, yep, no.
As we
Oh, it
follow
could
her
be.
out, Rat's gonna turn to Tempest. Hey, you doing okay? You're looking a little rough.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. But
Sure.
I'm best at searching for places. Searching for things within new places, it throws me off, you know?
Kind of dangerous here. Everything we've suffered for it. But you sure you don't need like a little bit of healing or anything? You've taken a few hits.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still standing, so I'd say I'm good for now.
Just making sure. Follow on.
All right. So as you get into this last room and you get signed on and you start to look at it, it's not lined into the puzzle itself, but it is the system by which they control the passcode. You see that currently the passcode is set to 7. You're not sure how, though, to change it, as it seems to be a series of passwords that have to be input from several different access points in the building, one of which is the executive's office on the top floor.
Geraldine, I'm not following any of this. I'm sorry, I'm not savvy with these things. So the number right now is 78, but that didn't work whenever we tried it.
780.
780. Oh,
So it's 78 times 10.
Okay.
It's like, so we were on the right track, but the thing is, we need to create something to reach to 780 in total on that platform.
I think right now that's accurate. Question, could we go diagonally with that drone?
Yeah, it's only vertical and horizontal.
Correct. Yeah, the controls themselves, it's basically like click left, it moves a full space left. Then you only have up, down, left, right for the controls. So
Maybe one of us heads up, one of us heads down, while the other two monitor it. Yeah, but we gotta do it slowly.
So there is something that doesn't match for me.
Okay, fine. You can go up and I'll go down.
No, it's not that, Twilight. So there are 12 row. Each row,
Mhm.
it's 12. Has number from 1 to 12. So 78 per 12 is 936. In order to get to 780, we pretty much need to cover 90%, or at least 80% of the floor.
Yeah, you're not wrong. We start, let's see.
Let's just say that we start from number 11, and we know that we need to get to 304, right?
Okay.
The thing is,
No, it wouldn't.
if we go from 11 and going right, we need to leave behind 9, 12, 7, 3, and 1.
Okay. And then,
Yeah.
right, but if we leave behind those numbers, and if none of the numbers that we have are correct, then we know it must be the other numbers that we left behind.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is what we left. What's the correct order? What numbers we are leaving? And I'm started to do some calculation in the meantime. The other try to find a solution as well.
I'm sorry, I'm confusing you. Numbers and me don't really much mix well, but hey.
So plus, the map itself is easy enough to like hand draw. So you could like practice paths on it, adding together the totals, instead of having to test each of your ideas individually on the actual device.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's just the reason why I'm trying to calculate how many line we need to fill before we get to, on a straight line up. Do you get to my meaning?
Yeah.
Because if we fill out 10 lines out of 12, we got to 780. But that means we need to remove, we create a problem because we don't reach the last two, because we go over the amount. So we probably best to, start with the 10, get to the to 3.
But why don't we start with 2? Because it's like, what, 790, or is it
780, but you cannot start with 2. In front of us, there is only 11 and 10. We need to start on one of those two numbers, and we need to end on 3 and 4.
maybe 11?
The first thing we need to solve this.
What?
A calculator? I'm joking.
I mean, if we start with 10, okay, and we finish at 4, that means we have 766 to fill out. If we start with 11 and we finish at 3, it's the same amount. Is I just now to try to understand how to do that. My mental capacity is, I get here, but my mental capacity is not getting me there. So just give me a second, guys. But any help will be appreciated. Because the thing is, we need to pretty much skip a couple of lines, okay, and use all the rest to make 766, and then use 11 or 3 or 10 and 4 as the starting and the ending point, or even 11 and 4 and 10 and 3 and 3. But it's just that I
just to
need
put it into slightly different words, this would still, Geraldine, you're the one with the Arcana proficiency, which covers mathematics. Basically, as a way that it could be explained to the rest of you as well, is regardless of which of those two you start on and which of the two you end on, you need to get a full 10 rows filled out, leaving behind 2 others. Or somehow in the 2 other rows, hit the ones that are missed on the inside.
The thing is,
How to do that?
how to do that, because for now, so if we fill 10 rows, all of them, the point is we got 780, okay? But we still have those 2 extra that we need to cross no matter what, because the line is 12. There's 12 lines. So I try to understand which one of those lines, any number I need to remove from one line in order to get to the next one and have that discrepancy leading me to the final result. It makes sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to me, at least.
Not to me, because I'm not mathematically inclined. So, do your thing. This is where I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm not mathematically inclined either, but I'm trying my best here.
No, you're doing great. At least you're on the right track. I'm thinking, okay, it's apples and bananas. To my mind, I think it's because I have severe dyscalculus. So it's like, yeah.
No, I'm not sure if it'll help as a clue, but if you go up, you can always go back down. And if you go right, you can always go left. And if you go left, you can always go back right. You don't have to actually go on to spaces in all 12 rows or columns, because you can always turn around before you get to them.
Yeah, that's what I was saying in the beginning.
So, wait a second. You telling me that I can do, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, all the time until I get to a point when I just go straight up, for example.
It won't count the same space twice, but you could go from 11 to 8 and then right back to 11, or all the way over to 12. And then it would count the 1, 3, 7, 12 when you cross them the first time.
So, if one of us...
Wait a second, Jess. I'm confusing here because, okay, let's say I'm starting at 11, okay? And I go to 8. And now I get back down to 11 and still consider 11 like I can calculate the 11 or not?
You would calculate the 11 because you crossed it, but not twice.
So I need
You'd
to
hit the 11, then the 10, so it would be 21. And then if you went back on the 11, it would still be 21.
Yeah, so you cannot, so in order to create the number, you cannot cross the same one twice, not because you cannot pass through it, but it's not being considered. It's like that number is being selected. That's it, done.
It's kind of like Sudoku.
You made this board, but it is not how the puzzle functions.
I'm 3 off. Can I have it, I think. Nope, that's 2. Touch the sticks. Oh.
No, I'm off. I cannot
this way.
Well, would you be able to articulate the path that you tried? Any of them at this point?
So, okay, so let's just say that I covered the 9 line in the middle, okay? All of them. I go from left to right, top to the bottom, all those 9 are covered. So that made 702, okay? So that means then I need to consider only one line to get to 78. And in order to do so, I need to use the numbers of 3 different lines, okay? Get the 78 left and get to, on the other side. Now I'm trying. I think it's at the right track, but I'm trying to, use all the numbers from one line and one other, but it's not easy, especially because in order to do what I want to, I need to cover the bottom line on the left or on the right, starting from 11 or from 10. Maybe I'm mistaken. I need to not consider the first line, and I'm just going to fill from the second up. GM, I'm going to start from 10, okay? Fill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I start from the first one, 10, and I ignore the first line. all the rest. And I fill the 9 line above of that. And then using the maneuver, I'm going to go and pick every number I need from 1 to 12, except 5 and 4, and go up. Does it make sense for you? And 10, of course.
Right, you start at 10, you go up
I start at
to
10.
the 4?
3. No, I start at 10. I go from 10.
Okay.
I go to 3, and I go left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right until I reach the third line from the top. Okay, so all of those are filled. That means I have 712. Okay, now except number 10, number 4, I'm going to touch number 3, 11, 9, 6, 2, 1, 7, 12, and 8. Make sense?
Step. Try explaining that step to me again. You've gotten all but the top. You've gotten up to the 3rd from the top.
Yeah, consider that. Okay, so if you look at from the top, you look at the top left. Okay, the first line is 1, the second line is 3, the third line is 6. Okay.
There.
Yes. So from 6 down to the 5, down to the 5 down below before the last one is 9, right? So all of those are going to be completely covered. Okay. From the bottom line, the only one that I cover is the 10 because it's the one that I use to go up. You get me until here?
Yep.
Okay, so now because I did this, I have 712 points. Okay, now with my drone, I'm on number 6. Okay, on the 3rd line, and I go up to number 3.
Okay.
Then I skip number 4, go down back again, go on the 10, and I go up to the number 11.
All right.
Okay, then I go to the 9, to the 6, to the 12, to the 2nd, to the 5, to the 1, to the 7, to the 12. I go down again. I go 1, 4, and I go 8 again.
Okay.
Okay, now
And
I
then
go
you
back
head-
down from the
Okay.
8. I go back down, go back in the middle, where is the 7, and go up to the 4. In that way, I filled 10 lines completely.
Right. All right. I see that. And yes, coming out of that 4 will put you at the 780. You started at the 10, went up to the 3, and you just cleared the entirety of left to right, 5 to 7, upper row completely from 8 to 10 on the 3rd row, 4th one up all the way 10 to 1, so on and so forth, up to the 3rd from the top row. And then you bounce up to the 3, back down to the 6, 5, 10, 11. So you got the 2nd from the top row covered except for the 4 and the 10, because the 4 was covered on the bottom and the 4 is being covered on the top.
Exactly, and that make me get to, without touching those 2, 4 and 10, it gets me to 776. So when I get on the 5, and I go up, I hit 780, and then we do the code, and I get up, and I get, home.
Yep, that would work. That would work. So
okay, sorry guys,
you get the calculation. You all head back up there. You put in the path to put in the passcode, and it does light up green all of a sudden above the console, and you see the wall of force drop. And then the screen presents you with another solution to the puzzle. Essentially, the way that the people who put it in expected it to be solved, not the way it had to be. It starts at the 11, goes right to 8, up to 9, left to the 2 that's just left of 11, then down to 1, 3, 11, 4, 7, 12, 10, snaking up and down to cover the entire first 2 rows except the outside. Then it hits the 2, all the way to the 5, then the 12, up to the 12, over to the 6, up to the 8, over to the 11, up to the 6, over to the 3, up to the 1, over, and it keeps sneaking on all except the leftmost and rightmost until it gets to the 5. On the left side, 3rd from the top. It goes up to the 7, over to the 12, down to the 11, sneaking until it gets down to the 6, just to the left of that 3 on the top. Then it goes right all the way to the 10, up to the 2, over to the 3, and then goes up without ever hitting the same space twice, covering the entirety of it except the leftmost and rightmost rows or columns. Just the solution I had found in my head, and I'm going to assume that was the solution they had originally seen. The number board like this is there's more than one solution, though, and you found a solution. That's what matters.
Geraldine crack her neck. Her brain is fuming at the moment. Numbers, too many numbers. Yeah, but when the drone gets to the other side... Sorry, Twilight, what was that?
Do you want to play the number game?
No, because if you try to ask me for another number, I will eat your brain.
You mean ate me?
Remember when I paralyzed you?
Yes, that was bad. I'm sorry.
Thank
I
you.
was just curious if you wanted to play the number game. It sounded like fun.
It is not at the moment. Thank you.
But good job, you figured it out. Woohoo!
With you all down, you are all able to walk through into the room where the little lot was going. Of course, you're not looking at it from top down now, and it's just this open layout. The tiles on the floors all have their numbers on it, but otherwise there's nothing in this room from left to right, and you can see through the other side into what appears to be an office space. It is currently about 6:30, 7 p.m., and the sun is going down currently, and because of the light not being as prevalent and shining through the various windows, you are starting to realize it's actually fairly dimly lit. The lights in the building aren't running at full capacity.
Go ahead and summon 3 little sparks of light as I summon my dancing lights around us. Whatever we're doing, we should probably make it quick.
Alright, so rush ahead it is.
Supposedly the way is clear, right?
It seems like.
Solved its silly little puzzle. I'll go first, just to make sure. It's going to start walking in.
You take slow but steady steps as you enter this room, cautiously, hoping that you are correct, that there is nothing there. And you're correct.
Seems clear.
Everything is fine.
Come on over.
Alright, let's go.
Tempest, as you start walking, Tristan, kind of pats you on the back, and you feel some magical healing as he uses his last 15 points of lay on hands. You get 15 hit points back.
Oh, you said 15 points? Alright.
Yep, 1-5.
That's nice.
Hmm,
Thanks,
I
Tristan.
can cure wounds.
That's it. If you want, you can choose to hold back just a few extra seconds to cast some spells.
Yeah, I'll heal her.
And I'm guessing you want to use a high-level spell slot for this, seeing as she is missing a lot of health.
Nah, it's just Tempest. It's just Tempest. We'll use a mediocre one. I'm just joking. Well, yeah, we'll use a high level.
Which should be... Let me get into your spells real quick. That is going to be a 7th level spell slot, if you want to use your only 7th level spell slot.
No, if that's okay, can I do like a 3 level? If that's okay, I mean, would that heal her pretty well?
I'd recommend at least a
Yeah, I
level
can do 4. Yeah, I can do 4.
Roll 4d8 plus 5? Plus
How's
6.
everyone else looking? Is anyone else missing some hit points? Anyone else looking rough?
I mean, Geraldine
What is that?
didn't heal from the last session, but she is not she's not bothered.
I'll roll it for you, Twilight.
Thank you.
We can I have a spell that just takes a minute. I can heal a little bit of wounds as well on everybody. Well, kind of spread it out a little bit at least, if we think we're about to get into some kind of trouble here.
I'm thinking so. That's why I'm not using my 7th level. Because we heard a heartbeat.
Allegedly, yeah, you've heard this heartbeat, and allegedly, Naginnif is waiting for you up here.
Yeah, let's just take just a minute, and Wrath will
Yeah.
reach up and clasp
You're welcome.
the Sage's signet and start glowing with a soft radiant glow. Who all needs hit points?
I don't think I do.
You're
You're
Wait,
the
what
only
do you
one
got,
that's at
Tempest?
full health.
okay.
I got nothing on me. Whoop whoop.
So
Let's see,
I can use a
Finn is
bonus
at
action.
138. Tempest is at 55. Twilight's at 149, and Geraldine's at 113.
So I can use a bonus action up to 1 minute. Bonus action each turn for 2d6. So what is that? Is that
Wait,
20d6 total?
doesn't one of us
Yes.
have like a healing bottle?
Twilight, you have a jug full of healing potion. You have a jug full of it.
Right. I could probably use that.
I can spread out essentially 80 healing among the. So who wants what?
And I also have my berry plant.
Or wounded.
Didn't realize your plant did not follow you into this building.
Do you need all
That's the
80?
real path.
Can you use all 80?
It can take 70.
Yeah.
70?
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants the extra 10?
Take it.
Oh, thank you.
Even though I don't need it.
You're not
Somebody
getting
who can use it.
Geraldine would be the one who needs it most after Tempest.
Take an extra 10, Geraldine.
Alright,
Oh, yeah, that's the wrong thing to click.
Ready?
Damn it.
ready to fight.
Let's do this then.
So, as you walk into this room, you see directly ahead of you a desk with a window that peers out over the forest in the valley. And yes, there is Naginnif just sitting there waiting for you. And I have sent you a picture of what this kind of looks like. There's larger space to the left in this photo than there is to the right. On the left, there's also these trophy cases that have items in them, one of which is a that resembles the face of a dragon. It's brown scaled. Another is a chalice that's shining and golden. The last, oh god, I forgot what type of weapon it is. Let me open it. And the last is a short sword, the blade forged to look almost like a large dragon's talon. Naginnif is standing more to the right side of the room, while those artifacts are to the left.
Well. Go ahead, Twilight.
I go up to her and I just kind of bow.
Interesting reaction. I think you might be mistaking me for someone. But still, congratulations are in order, everybody. You've made it to the top alive. Although it does look like my poor friend Finnegan is a bit tired at the moment.
He's been through a lot.
Haven't you
whenever
all?
you start out adventuring, it gets to you.
Well then,
It's been a shocking
why don't you
experience.
claim your prize?
You're just gonna let us walk over and take them, are you?
Not like I could use them if I wanted to.
Can I do a deception check to see if she's lying?
Insight.
Insight.
Yeah, insight. Absolutely. If you want to roll an insight check, go for it.
I
You
do.
have a +6. Or no, you have a +7. My bad.
She is lying.
She's being completely truthful. She can't use them, and she's not going to get in your way of taking them.
Brad's gonna look at the group. Start
Why would she give these to us?
Go ahead.
walking over. He's gonna walk over. He's gonna walk to the short sword first.
Really be careful. Don't be surprised if they're cursed or anything.
I could do a deception. I can do like a detect magic.
Oh, they're into the magical, alright.
Yes. You head over
The
to
case around the sword. Yeah, towards the short sword first. Is there a case around it, or is it like something you can reach in to take?
So, like back in the manor in Powit, it's got this glass container over the top of it. If you lift it up, you can then grab what's inside.
Oh, perhaps you might want to wait just a moment.
Why is that?
Lift smirks as she lifts her left hand and just snaps. And you hear from like each corner of the room as these electrical sparks sound like they're going off, and you hear metal loudly thunk against the walls from the other side of them.
I don't like the sound of this.
Because I didn't want to be in the middle of the firing range when you lifted those cases. So I dealt with the security drones myself.
Geraldine, is that true?
I mean, is that true? I'm asking.
Everything you went through, everything that you'd gone through turned off. You had seen nothing about security drones on this floor, which means you never turned any off on this floor.
So I just communicate that. I deactivated everything that was visible, so if there was something hidden, I would say this foxy lady is to blame for.
So what's the deal then? We let you go and you don't rearm the security system?
Oh, I'll do what I want regardless whether you allow it or not. I just want to make sure that you all and my dear friend Finnegan know that I have no intentions of killing you all or destroying this world. I want to have my way with it, and perhaps that does mean that I'll be evil and I will hurt people, but it wouldn't do me any good to break my toys.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna get away with that forever. So now what happens, guys?
Why don't she just why doesn't she just actually just own up to it and face us? Like, let's just fight her now.
You want to fight her? Go for it.
All of us.
Oh.
Does chime in that a fight with her could potentially be valuable even for all of you as a group, because he doesn't know what past she still retains, and he's not fighting at his fullest.
See, we have a problem, at least for the moment. We have a job to do, and that's to make sure there's nothing dissuading people from using this road anymore. Letting go an evil traveling dimension traveling fox might, be something that we've been tasked to take out. We have your word you'll leave this road and its destination?
Of course. It'd be boring if I stayed on an empty road, and I'm sure the travelers, that would only be fun for so long. World governments for me to play around with. I actually know most of what's going on in this world. Maybe I'll spend a couple of centuries just learning about the cultures.
It's looking to the group.
No way letting her be won't have repercussions in the future.
Stand behind the group no matter what we decide.
What's that empty road? Does that mean everything that we are counting is like an illusion?
Your friend is quite simple-minded, isn't she?
Yeah.
A little bit. But I try to look at the big picture all around.
It means the traffic on it, the fact that no one travels it.
Since you're weighing the options, how about I give you a little bit of research that I found in the desk over here. Because as far as your job to clear this road, I can assure you, I'm not nearly the most dangerous thing in this valley.
Say we take what we can get. This is an unknown enemy.
The thing is, we know you are not the most dangerous things in the valley. And yet, you are here kind of begging us not to attack you, because if we do, you will activate things against us, blah, 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 blah. It's like your words contradict each other. You are trying not to be threatening and you threatening us. So, I will say, make sure that your story's straight, because when you lie, you need to make sure that the lies is consistent.
I think that I've made my point perfectly clear. I just want to play with all of you. Watch how you squirm, watch how you react. I don't want to fight Finnegan until he is ready to stand on my level. Combat does not interest me right now. Watching you all try to figure out whether you should believe what I say, this part or that part, whether you should take anything I offer you or reject it, you don't know. You have no idea whether I'm a minor villain in your story or a major one. You have no idea what Jessica has planned, do you?
You forgot something. Maybe we don't care.
And what would that be?
Oh,
See,
just
the
gonna make
thing
her
is-
angry.
Yeah, the thing is, you make an assumption that we care about you. Maybe Finnegan does, but the rest of us, we don't know what the fuck who you are. And honestly, me, Wrath, Tempest, and etc., have much more pressing matter than listening to you. Just go to look around for a terminal and start to check the information we came to look for and ignoring her.
No, there is a very basic computer at the desk. It does look like it has fairly decent security and such probably on it. Needing a login and having a different login screen than the others. The smoke, Naginnif's face doesn't change. It doesn't waver. And you see her kind of flick her wrist slightly, and several papers appear in her hand. And she kind of throws them your way, Wrath.
Well, if you really don't care, then I bid you all adieu. Have fun.
She then drags a claw down to her side, tearing another purple portal open before stepping through it.
Geraldine doesn't even react. I'm busy with the computer and looking for the information we got. We need to find. Honestly, like I said, I don't even know who these people are. You know, I mean, for above the table, I know who they are, but Geraldine barely know them, and Finnegan just show up taking the spot of someone that she actually started to care. So, like, all of this for her is completely pointless.
I'm gonna go wait until she's gone and go pick up the stack of papers and start shuffling through them.
I'm gonna go over to Geraldine and see if we can maybe, the key cards might help, and try to figure out if the key cards are the key to actually shut down the drones. They might help us shut down the drones.
If there are
So that
drones,
those drones were destroyed, not turned on or turned off.
and also I said to Twilight, if there are drones to be activated, this terminal is connected to this floor, so I will find them and deactivate them. But at the moment, I don't.
Go ahead. I'm useless.
No, you're not, Twilight. You were trying to help, my dear. You are useless when you don't enlist, you don't try. And
Thank you for the little confidence in me.
you're very welcome. So I started to investigate what this computer contains, and if there is anything that is helpful for us.
You roll an investigation check for me real quick. And it's going to take you a little bit to kind of get through things. So I'll jump over to Wrath. And
May I actually, may I assist with that?
With the investigation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You can roll with advantage.
I already rolled, but I roll another time again, and maybe I'm gonna roll a natural 20. If it's not, a 19 is pretty good. Still,
Oh,
36 is my
you got
top.
17. All right. So that's looking good. While you are doing your searching for all of this, the first thing you notice is that, the passwords you have up to this point are not going to work. This is, maybe you'll be able to find it looking around everything else. So you and Twilight kind of start digging through the desk, the filing cabinet, so on and so forth, looking for the password and other information you may need to access the system. Whereas Wrath, you pick these pages, and the first few of them have notes. this looks like they're pages from an ancient tome, and you feel dark energy coming off of them. It's a very mild version of what came off the Book of Wild Darkness when you encountered it, is that these may be pages torn from the book. And the first symbol that you see, the first page on the top, is the one that has the circle with like the 2 crescent moons behind it, and the symbol in the center that has that eye. It lists no name, but it seems to be talking about a very powerful eldritch creature. One that specifically, its MO is targeting those who would abuse women and children. It's a creature that single-mindedly focuses on this, to the point that even the slightest infraction can be worthy of it coming to kill them. The second page that you notice, this one, on it, a human name, and it's one that you've heard before. This is the symbol with the upside-down triangle that intersects with the circle and the upside-down cross. The human name attached to this is Lady Bouchard, and it talks about how this creature, sometimes referred to as the Vengeful Birch, is one that specifically will take on warlocks, so to speak, make pacts with people and children who were abused as children, and it will go single-mindedly after anyone who seems to hurt those that it's made a pact with exclusively. And as a reminder, where you've heard about Lady Bouchard was from Tempest's own past. She's talked about Lady.
Yep.
The next one, the circle with the 2 horizontal lines and the top one, has 2 pieces of information on it. The first is the brute with a question mark after it, and the next is unkillable with another question mark. Whoever wrote this particular note seems to believe that this creature is an unkillable beast, and nothing else is listed about it. The last of the images, the triangle with the eye in the center, which seems to be a clock for the iris. No name is presented for this one, but it seems to come after people with strong regrets that they cannot let go of. And it has a line in quotations. God damn it, my brain just shut off the line. Why would you do this, brain? Why would you just completely erase something you know by heart?
Hey, Jess, I have to run a quick errand.
Okay, go for it.
All right. If I don't come back, I guess I can just, if you guys are off by the time I get back, then, we can just meet early next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Take care
Cool.
next week.
Love you guys. Bye.
See
Later.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, come on. Really? I'm not going to be able to find it, so I will do my best off my brain here. If you yourself cannot release, then it will come to take a piece. After that are pages that do not match the Book of Wild Darkness. They don't seem to have the same energy. They're a different type of paper. And it seems to specifically some ancient notes, but they discuss a powerful seal. And from the references in it, you can tell it's a seal placed on this valley that is trapping some kind of powerful creature beneath the ground. It also includes how to break the seal, how to perform the sealing ritual. It contains every piece of information relative to this ritual. And the only personal notes that really seem to be on there is questioning when will the seal break, because it won't last forever.
Share this information with anyone.
Well, that's creepy. Don't have to worry about that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Geraldine, about that time where he's kind of telling everyone this information, you don't find specifically a password, but you find several notes that may indicate a possible password, something personal to the CEO, the owner of this computer. You can take your chances with the passwords, things like the name of a child for one of them. Things like, first car he ever wrote, which you get an idea from the notes is something like a magically controlled carriage.
Okay. Before I started to get to my possible chances and etc., we have someone that he was kind of hunting down the CEO, right? And so she studied the guy. So I will ask her if there is something that was much more meaningful for him, or that they will try to think about exploit it, or anything that will make sense that the guy care above anything else. So of course I'm talking with our
So,
people little girl.
so
as far as who we were hunting and part of our group had a lot of different reasons we chose to do this. Well, I guess I kind of just fell into the middle of it, Kupo. But that group of people, they... What is the dot? And did a
So,
lot of bad things to her, Kupo.
okay, Jess, I heard Alpha what you said. You were breaking up very badly. You said something about daughter? Or did I completely mistake?
One of the people in the group I was with, they were the daughter of the CEO, believed dead by the world, and he and his wife did a lot of terrible things to her. That was her reason for joining us on that little escapade. Like you said, everyone had their own reasons, but I think that's the one that stands out the most, Kupo.
Okay. Geraldine will write down two numbers, two names. One, the name of the daughter, and the other one is the name of the wife. Because, there is a 50-50% that the guy was so in love with the wife that didn't care about the daughter, or was, like caring about the daughter. She was she was his first priority, but he didn't want to piss off the wife. So weird traumatic dynamic. So I will start with the name of the daughter first.
So the name that you type in is Olivia. Oh, God, brain. Olivia Cryonce. It is spelled with a K for the last name. It's Kryonce. Cryonce.
Mhm.
And when you type it, it works. That was the password. As for what you find on the computer, most of it's pretty boring corporate jargon crap. It goals for financial gains, potential acquisitions. Most of what the CEO of a company would be doing for his job. You find a small handful of notes that are kind of deeper in some of the files that reference the experiments being done here. But from what you can gather, most of those were kept written on paper, completely out of the system for security purposes. And it appears that he was working directly with the SCP Foundation in this research. The company was using it as a means to develop new technologies and to further their profit. But one of his personal notes does mark that the SCP Foundation seems to be doing it for a much different reason, because they want to understand the enemy that they are fighting. And sometimes that means making sacrifices. As he quotes Dr. Lightbulb of having said,
Mhm.
the CEO himself seems to have no real idea. There's no notes listed at all about whatever's sealed below this place, and nothing about the sealing ritual. The pages that were tossed at Wrath were probably the only notes he had on this. He does have the security protocols for his drones in the walls, which are currently showing that the drones are offline. And it also lists information on the 3 items that are in the cases. As he has them listed, they are the Soul Warden Talon, the Chalice of Compassion, and the Brown Dragon Mask. A piece of the Vitriol Mask.
Okay. Take notes of those things, and I share those information with Wrath, Tempest, and everyone else. We have new leads.
Do you have any idea how we go about this now?
What do you mean? That what we are going to do, or what?
Yeah.
Honestly, Tempest, we are doing... I don't know what we are doing here. This is also the reason why I was a little bit, pissed with that woman. It's like, who cares? We are here to do a what?
The trial, I believe.
Yeah.
Get rid of whatever is in this file.
Oh, yeah, okay, no, about the trial.
Yeah, the trial for what? We don't have a clue about what the trial is about. We don't know why it's so important for Bahamut. My religion knowledge about the guy doesn't connect with any of the things I see here. So unless the thing is find those artifacts and free them from the clutches of this fox, I don't know why even we are bothering with this.
It probably has something to do with that heartbeat, this ritual.
The one thing that you know definitively about Bahamut is he is the god of good, and the most pure acts of good are the ones done for the sake of good, not the ones that provide personal gain.
Mhm.
Beyond that, you're right. You have no idea what Bahamut would truly be testing here.
Be selfless. Yeah, that's the point with Bahamut. It's like, do something good for someone else, and, out of selflessness, out of good deeds for being nice. Yeah. The thing is, There's nothing here to be, or no one here to be nice to. Do I need to be nice to that fox lady? That's the test?
No,
Okay,
I don't.
next time I see her, I'm going to give her a pat on the head. But be nice to each other? I don't. I mean, we do. So I don't think that is part of the problem or the trial.
No, I don't think this trial had anything to do with her. I think the selfless act is to stop worrying about what we should be looking for and fix the problem of this valley. There's something wrong here, and I intend to fix it.
What is wrong here? Except the fact that we have a... And for a moment, Geraldine stops. Do we... And I turn to Miss Kupo, as I call her. Do actually killed the CEO? Did you actually found him?
No, Kubo, we were still trying to get through that same puzzle that you guys just did, actually, Kubo. So I don't know if they are going to succeed or not.
Then you stop them.
Well, I kinda ended up here instead of helping them, Kubo. You all watched me walk through the hole in reality.
Yeah, Dot, what I mean is, do you know a way to go back and stop them? Or simply, do we have, and I look at the other, do we have a way to send her back?
That's Pius's playground.
Because at this point, you, Miss Kupo, are the only thing here that is not part of the equation. Let's call it like that. And if our good deeds is to make sure you are going back home, that's what we're gonna do. Doesn't matter if we take anything out of it. But if on top of that, you can make this girl, and Olivia understand that his father, the heartless guy that she wants dead, keep her name as a password for his most important things. Maybe he's not so heartless after all. And I don't say beat the shit out of him. Do it, but don't kill him, because after that they can talk.
Well, sending me home would be a lot harder, Kubo. I'm not from Maluviette. To be honest, I've been, from what I figured out, bouncing through time since I came to Maluviette, Kubo. I'm not sure why I keep getting pulled around, but it seems to just happen almost at random. I don't know, the guy was pretty evil. Even I was supporting killing him, and I'm not normally supportive of that, Kubo. But,
You see kind of like cross her arms and put one hand on her chin. She closes her eyes as if either thinking or focusing really hard. And even with the fur on her face, you see her face just drop color. It goes pale, and you can tell that whatever thought or whatever she just sensed has caused her to go into full fear mode. There is sweat pouring down her face, and she begins to almost babble.
Whatever's down there, Kubo, it's... I don't think we can kill it, Kubo. I don't know if it's gonna stay. It's asleep.
Okay.
Why?
She's
That's
rambling about...
tonight.
Okay.
So
I know
we'll pick this up next week.
going on, but...
Yep. And next week we will come back to this where we will have Twilight and again both here to participate in it. And if it wasn't obvious, she is specifically talking about having sensed what is below this tower. Thank you for being here, everybody. We'll be back. And as always, I love you. Bye-bye, Kubo.